bum. Yeah, fuck it. I'll do that. That's fine. Okay, what was I doing? This is Fleeb. What's legendary? More than one color. Okay. Wait. One or more. Hello. So there's not really any really good legendaries to cheat out. The double strike can't be blocked one? Oh, the Geist of Saint draft? At home. It's like, kind of like Coda's, except it can die. There's a lot of protection spells, I guess. How many auras are there? Oh! It's a detective. They knew. Okay. Wait, otherwise, it's a 1/1 that can't block detectives. Okay, I don't know if I even like that. But they knew. They knew. They knew. Wait, what's this one from? Oh, I don't remember this one. Huh. Oh, there's infinite Frogifies. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. It's my favorite thing ever. There's never been a better thing. Am I tripping? No, I'm not tripping. I thought this was Bant again. I just emotionally wanted it to be. Why are those in the trash? How did that happen? Dropped my sunglasses in the trash. Other... Okay, well... kind of suffering on the stats department. You can flip Iron Crag. Ugh. Okay, I don't know about this one. What else do we got? I don't want to play this one. Leaves play? Dang it. Put a counter on this, it gains hexproof, becomes colorless. Whenever you attack, double the number of counter. This is good in Titus. I do want to play this one still. Have I played Mono Green in Standard yet? I don't think so. Have I? No, I haven't played Bill or Tifa in Standard. I haven't seen the Lauren spoilers. Bro, this just came out. It just came out. This is my, like, what, third or fourth video of Spider-Man? Can I breathe? Lizards, can I breathe? Please? Am I allowed to breathe? This just came out. We're already talking about spoilers for the next set. I'm gonna be like whatever the gooned out brain is for hype. I'm gonna be like hype fried, where like you just want to keep me high forever, and I can't like ever come down off the high of hype. But to be fair, I don't look heavily into sets until they come out anyways. I don't get sucked into hype too well. But I do look at spoilers. Oh, oops. I'm trying to think if I played Mono Green in Standard yet. I don't think I have. Because otherwise I probably wouldn't want to play this one. This is a really straightforward one. Yeah, 9 cards in 60 is really, really, really good. That's really good. I like it more than Gonti. I really do. They're up on Scryfall. Ugh. Are there a lot of them? 31. Oh, it's less than 31. Eardo. Deceit. Emptiness. Oh my. Oh, Kithkin with like original Kithkin style art too. Alright, huge. Wait, isn't that Riz the Redeemed? Oh no, that's what's the level up Kithkin? Hero of something? 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Shock reprints. What's the original Figure of Destiny? We have a Celestia Figure of Destiny. That's what it is. If this is a scout, it becomes a soldier. 4, 5. And then if it's a soldier, it becomes an avatar. This is 7, 8. Progenitus. Cool. What was I doing? Alright, I was playing Magic. This isn't really a good turn 2 commander, but Lenorel's is still a really good card. We also... you want fetch lands? So you can reanimate fetch lands. So that means... I wonder if Gene Pollinator makes it. What's the other one? Moltender? Yeah, Moltender makes it. Oh, but you don't want to exile the fetch lands. Ah. Dang it. I guess... Analyst? Surprised they just don't put Rampant Growth in Standard. Might as well at this point. Heirloom's gonna work. It's kind of sad that this probably just gets outpaced by Bristly Bill anyways. Like, Bristly Bill is just going to be larger than this card. Can actually play Tifa and Bristly Bill in this deck, though, I guess. Bloop, bloop. Beanstalk, maybe? I don't quite like Bioengineered Future. It's good when you have 18 lands. I'll say that much. Loot is a card. World Wagon has been very impressive. Slime Spam? Oop, not really. Splunkles? What does Chocobo do? Just play lands off the top? Sure. What do you do? Okay, this works with my commander. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I explode? Am I gone? I'm having internet issues lately. I gotta do something about that. Yeah, my internet is just... It's weird, because it's fine unless I'm streaming, so there's maybe something on my end. It's been like this for like 2 weeks. which is exceedingly annoying. We're back. Alright. Maybe I gotta get a new wire. No, that's not the thing though. Internet's fine outside the streaming. Like it doesn't drop at any other point in the day. Man, I am. Oh. Kind of like Vivian Reed. Season. Tyrant. Craterhoof is almost always lethal, even in a deck like this. Skullspore Nexus can make a lot of annoying stuff. Do we have Hedge Maze? I can't remember. Is Head Mage in standard? No, that's yeah. Maybe Gaia's Cradle can turn on immediately. I don't have a lot of creatures though. I could probably even play Gulta. Lumer's fine. What do you do? Everything is 6/6. When it casts spells outside of their turn, you make elephant tokens. This is the most random thing I've ever seen. Do you have to reanimate with a land? It doesn't say and or. Does it always need a land? Yes? Alright. So... oh boy. 1... I guess 2, 3, 4. Yeah, looks like I do need a legal target. But it's not part of the cost, though. Is it? No, it's not to the left of the semicolon. The return a land thing. Because then it would be forced. But alright. Five. Yep, 6. Destroy target non-licensed land. Ugh. Wait, what? We got another Terramorphic Expanse? What? I didn't know that. Or if I did, I didn't remember. Okay. Okay, Hidden Nursery is kind of cool. Is it though? No, I mean I have Nature's Rhythm. Well, it's Discover, it's not Cascade. Discover got upgraded. I keep forgetting that. Cryptic Caves works too. Okay, there's probably enough to not feel like I'm not playing my commander ever. Yes, the gold saucer. Remember, I flipped this like 8 times in one game. And it just didn't work. Yeah, you gotta look up the Spider-Man cards. Scryfall doesn't recognize the real version of the set that's on Magic Arena. Oh, hey, I'm exactly 60 cards. I totally did that on purpose. Okay. Oh, I didn't look at deserts. Yes. Oh, that's not how you spell desert. That is. So... 1, 2... 1, 2... I guess dance is fine. Map is fine. Mount spell, look at the top card, if it's a mount. This is just a colorless land. I think that's fine. That doesn't really ruin anything here. Although we have a... Well, no, because we okay, well, definitely no more Gigantosaurs. But a lot of these lands become green. It's not, like... It's not as bad as it looks. No, I don't like spelunking. I don't think Gene Pollinator is working. I can't realistically exile with Molt Tender anymore. I don't like loot anymore. I kind of don't like the head shredder that much. Omen Path, Ouroborid, Boroid, any landfall. Probably giant weird stuff. Oh, Cavernizzles, right. I can play Summon Bahamut. Can actually play Aether Spark. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, Gold Vein Hydra. I was about to type Landfall in a second. Maybe not Sire. Mill is my least favorite way of enabling cards, but at least when you're only looking for lands, you almost always have it. So you could probably play Cash Grab. Maybe. Hmm. Wait, we don't have Skewed Swarm, right? Yeah, okay, whoa. Get mixed up. I was playing I've been spamming Azusa all weekend to get quick wins. I have some of the craziest games, but let me tell you, it all boils down to strip mine. Let me tell you. People will be winning and still concede when you strip mine all their lands. It's like, all you had to do was take your turn. I would have won. It's like, nope. They need to let you know how upset they are. Chocobo on 1 is interesting. This can run away with stuff. But later on in the game, it's just awful. It's like a random draw. What's the... it's not a saga. What's it called? Case of the Locked Hothouse. I like Case of the Locked Hothouse. So I don't want to... Okay, it's not a big deal if I reanimate my lands outside of my commander, because I can just get rid of them whenever I want. Anyways. This is probably not a Tifa deck. What is the best case scenario? Tifa turn 2... 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm not really killing anyone with Tifa. Even if it was 4, it was like 2, 4, 8, 12. Whoops, 16. I mean, yeah, the mill stuff in general I don't really care about. Like, there's been plenty of times where I just don't like this card. In fact, I normally don't like this card. The same logic with Head Shredder. Yeah, I can't get chumped infinitely. Efficiently. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one doesn't really count. So there's like 11 cards ish that draw from Beanstalk. Is that even true? Kind of? Hmm. Okay, no word into the grove. No word into the grove. Alright, we found it. We found the 60. The Scouring Storm Soul. 3-mana XX. Equal to the... Its size equal to the number of lands you control. Can't be effectively chump blocked by power 2 or less. And then it gets reanimated with a land out of your graveyard. So ideally, you always have that. There's a ton of fetch lands. Okay, I shouldn't say a ton, but there's enough fetch lands where you can consistently get a land to be in the graveyard to reanimate this thing. And when it comes to like reanimating lands outside of your commander, I don't really like milling myself to enable any strategy for any reason. I just think that's kind of like the... I mean, if you're a Delirium deck or something, like black-green Delirium Ishkanta in Standard way back when, before I had gray hair, that, you know, I get the mill enabling thing. I just... If you can avoid the inconsistency of that and go a different route to kind of accomplish the same thing, then I would just go that route, especially in a singleton format. The upside is the thing you're trying to mill is just simply lands, so you have the highest chance of having that happen to you. And when you reanimate them, there's a fair amount of them that can easily be put right back into the graveyard, so if Lumina reanimates all the stuff and then, like, I can't get this or whatever, because as far as I'm to understand it, you have to get a land with this. You can't just get this without a land. So if you've reanimated all of them with something like Lumina, you can just immediately sack it again, and then you're fine. So there's not a big deal. That being said, I'm not playing Analyst. I don't like Blossoming Tortoise normally, and that isn't different here. I don't like Hedge Maze normally, and I kind of feel like I don't like it here. I am running up the Beanstalk. I don't know if... Let me make sure. It's 11 cards? Because one of them doesn't count. You're only casting this if you're going to win, so it's kind of like, what, 10 cards? Wait, I can do math, I promise. Yes, it's 11 cards without the Crater of. So, I mean, I don't know. It's not Bristly Bill and it's not Tifa. And let's see what happens. I'm excited. So that means you have to be too. Let's see, what can we not do? Can't do either of them? This one? Okay. Oh! I just queued into Azusa. Wait, did I do a quest? Did I play Magic? No, I didn't play Magic, did I? Oh, that's the weekly wins. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. How did I do that? Why specifically 2 mana ramp ones? Oh, that's a fin. Uh-oh. Hmm. Alright. I mean, this blocks really well. Do I play it this turn? My opponent did that, so I will instead play this. Hey, a 2-minute rest. So you... What's the one that draws? Cryptic Caves. Oh, there it is. Okay. This doesn't have Death Touch, right? Correct. How many Death Touch creatures are in Standard? Okay, there's one. Huge. So, play that, plus goes to 6. There's a very good chance they ignore it. I kind of don't like my situation here. But this can be annoying. Yep. Three. It gives Death Touch? Oh, come on. It's dumb. Oh, of course my opponent's going to have another stupid 1/2 in their hand. Come on. So, 5 for Nature's Rhythm, which I think is the only thing I can do. I have no idea if anything matters out of my deck right now. Currently, no. So, Overlord. Block. And... dead. Cool. Well, that's dumb. I have not seen Finn in Standard. That seems really rough, though. That's really... all you have to do is kill Finn, and then they just lose the game. You don't even have to kill the other creatures. But, obviously, I can't do that. Black and white protection 1. Well, gotta keep what you gotta keep, I guess. Is that better than... yeah, I think it is. I can't really kill this. So... Ice Till? Kind of hoping to mill a land there. Tragic. No lands? Come on. A single land, please. Okay, I mean, it's too late now. I can't cast it, but still. We We can play our commander. We can also just do this. See, this is why I detest mill as an enabler strategy. I'm just being out-greened. I suppose that just tracks. My Gaia's Cradle looking amazing, I'm sure. Well, I can't play on land now because I'll mill this card. Well, this is a clown show so far. Wait. Search the library for... Okay, yeah, no, I can't do that either. I probably just have to draw Archdruid's Charm. I lose the Ice Till Explore. I don't think I care about that, though. Not at this point. Is there any way for me to stop this 10-10? I can kill it, but they can recast it, so... Giant token. Make my commander unblockable, swing twice. Ah, but they have Sire, his lifelink. Oh no, it's not unblockable. It's not unblockable. What am I talking about? I can still swing? I have to swing? So... I will. Ideally, it's against the rules for them to have anything. Okay, works out. And then I have to pass here. I think I just have to swing there if I ever want to kill my opponent. This probably guarantees an answer to the token. See, block that. I kill that. Okay. They probably don't do that. Yeah, they're not going to do that. Okay, nothing I can do there. I just need to live right now. That's all I need to do. Please. Stop having stuff. Okay, yeah. Having a good day? Well, I'll let you know if I win after this game. The result will dictate the rest of my feelings. So, I can block that and take 17 plus... Alright, so I block here. Oh, I can't block there. So I go here, and I take 17... 21... 26... So I have to do this, and it has to work. I guess I just kill their commander? There's not really anything else to reasonably kill. That's not going to matter in the long run anyways, but I might as well do it. And I don't know if I can win now. The they're 15-15. Makes my Craterhoof bad anyways. That doesn't do it. I can make that not be able to block. and then I can swing, and then they can jump, and I'm dead. Alright, we're dead. Alright, our day is bad. I found the answer for you. I literally got out-greened. My teamer commander opponent had a better green deck than me. Just full stop. That's just completely what happened there. Their other two colors were completely useless. It didn't matter. I don't even think they needed the Frogify. It just didn't matter. Look at that, even the mono red deck being faster than me with mana. Who would have guessed? Is this a desert? Nope. Literally just mana. Alright. We can't even out-ramp a red deck. Who would have guessed? Who's surprised? Gotta be kidding me. So they find a haste equipment, I lose on the spot. Amazing. All right, well. I can't play any fun cards. I'm obsessed with the Rattleworm. It's the second deck I have ever played with it ever. It was the only other deck I put it in was the Bonnie deck. No, I put it in the other one. Okay, so there's two. All right, there's two. I think it was in both of them. I'd rather not play Mana Rocks, so... Oh. Well, it gets better if I have more... Like, if I had the Hedge Shredder and Turtle and Analyst, it would get better. Oops. I really don't want to play Arcane Signet, because it's not a land. But... Ugh. Alright. Spider-Man didn't have an effect on my goals. Well, no, it's not a really big set. So, is Explore legal? Ha. No. The Foundation's ramp spell is Llanowar Elves. What is this? Okay. I'm being out-ramped by a 5-color spider deck. Yeah, I'm gonna remove your spider ramps. I would have never have swung with this, ever. That is insane. That's crazy. I think I play Hydra first. Because it only gets larger if I play it now, right? So it's not like a 3/3's doing anything. So, Omen Path or my commander? Again, my commander as a 4/4 doesn't really do anything, and I can just make my Hydra a 4/4 while also casting ramp spells. So I'll just go that route. Do. Sure. My opponent has the Soul Cauldron, so I can't like spam fetch lands or anything. Barring disaster, there should be lethal next turn. Do I play Skull Spore? Or do I play a ramp spell? It's lethal regardless, so I might as well just do this. What is lethal here? Oh, they had exactly lethal? Of course they did. Alright. Well, I got outramped by the 5-color spider deck that had perfect mana turn 1 with Cavernous Souls. I'm still convinced, having been going 0 and 3 so far, that we've just gotten unlucky. I don't think we're doing anything fundamentally wrong. The sample size shall increase. Well, we won't get outramped this time. Well, it's got the old 1 into 3, and my opponent's turn 2 is distracted, so... Wait, what? What are you doing? Oh, okay. I got scared for a second. Commander's a 3/3, and that has value here, yeah. It's better than the Hydra's probably just not fast enough. I can play it next turn and double it all the same at the same pace, because I can't play land the same turn anyways. So I might as well do this. I think there is no attack, so... Crazy how turn 2 dictates a lot of games. Well, that's Magic in 2025. You don't really get to do much. I probably blocked the Frenzied Golem. Goblin. It also, most likely, doesn't matter whatsoever. But I guess I blocked that. Probably some first strike combat trick that nullifies anything I can do. Alright, I guess there is no combat trick, so now I do have 2 blockers. What the heck is that? Okay, sure. Not quite lethal. If I play... No, that doesn't do it. So... what do you have to do to solve this? 7 or more lands? Okay, there's no reason to play the Surveil land. So, here... I don't think this is lethal. Is it? Oh, it is. Yeah, I put 2 lands into play, not 1. Okay. I guess we did the thing. We survived the loss of Llanowar Elves. But, to be fair, like I said, if they kill it, they're not playing Inti, so we have more time. But if they did play Inti that turn, I don't think they had another 11 damage, and they would still have to probably cast it at some point. Or just accept it wasn't going to do anything, if you don't, like, immediately kill that. But they could have suplexed this. They played Inti on turn 2, and this showed up. It could have been suplexed, and they wouldn't be dead here. It could have been a little different there. But I guess it goes back to what you said. Yeah, turn 2 dictated everything. You know, they have to make a choice. Look at that. The first game my opponent didn't cast more rep spells than me, I won. Neat. That's an interesting one. They did not try to station that. No, it doesn't look like rabbits. Should I play my commander? It is a 3/3, so probably not. There is a chance I trade, and I would probably take the offer there. I think. I could just take 4 though. What does that do? Taxable saddle, okay. So O'Hare? No, let's play Summon Titan, I think. This can help my commander be a lot larger when it goes to... But it didn't have to be a lot larger anyways. I just need them to stop killing my blockers. It's kind of the main thing. Wow, and a Johnny's Pride Mate. This is the first one I've seen in Standard ever. Okay, a little bit of an order lull there. It's probably not going to matter, but a bit of a mistake. I mean, I'm swinging all out. Wow, they didn't swing all out. I would swing all out. Screw it, just swing all out. Elemental doesn't really matter. Let's play you. Cast Lumra? It's another efficient blocker. It, again, effectively the same as my commander, except it has reach. So I guess I'll do that. I don't think my opponent cares about losing 7 life. The Summon Titan's gonna go away. And it makes Lumra really, really large, but it is not going to kill my opponent in one attack. They can also infinitely block my commander at this point. They should probably just tap the Fountain Port. It doesn't look like they're going to use it. Okay, I guess it didn't matter. So double block. That dies, that's gone. The stats that this gives next turn don't really matter. So, yep. I can play a land. Does O'Hare matter? It's not really ever gonna hit my opponent, I don't think. But you never know. I don't have more untapped green. So far, we have not once reanimated our commander. Let's put the counter here. Okay, no counter for us. Can I swing? Yes. They could just take it. They can literally take it 3 times, so... not great. Oh yes, more removal. So, am I dead? Block. That and that. I am still dead. Okay, I'm dead. Yeah, that's 17 going through. Wait. What? Oh, it wouldn't let me concede. I guess the animations all just piled up. Alright, we got outscaled and they flew over our heads. So far the strategy is like really bad relative to maybe Bristly Bill. Although we did have Bristly Bill that game and it plays a very similar deck. And I just got completely trampled, so... maybe that wouldn't. Maybe that's not true. I even had reach blockers. Like I had all the things I would want. It's just once I had the blockers, they pivoted into just killing my creatures instead of playing creatures. It's like they had enough creatures and all the cards in their hand turned into removal. It couldn't have been the other way around with like early removal and later creatures. Or anything like that. I think I just have to play bad cards in a second to make this better. Yes, that does make sense. And I will fight you over it. Yeah, we can take out stuff that's not working. Like Vaultborn Tyrant works with the commander, but as we can tell, the commander doesn't work really too well as is, so that doesn't really matter anyways. Play more cards that cost like 2 and 3. So I can play Bristly Bill here. Is that better than anything else? I think it is, even though it's off curve here. Yeah, and let's not try to get weird sweaty value. I'm just gonna fetch this immediately. I don't want to get into a tap land situation where it would be crucial. It's not worth the counters. Wait, what are we up against? Okay. It was a little too late to ask that question, but I wasn't paying attention. Alright, so... you? No. We just want more mana. Yeah. That's the name of the game, so... they can blow up my Arcane Signet, so it's probably a good idea to actually just play more lands and stuff. Cryptic Caves. Well, I'm not going to crack it right now. But yeah, they can blow up my Arcane Signet. I easily survived that. I would argue this Arcane Signet doesn't really matter that much at all here. And it's not the primary issue, but they're going to blow it up. Why wouldn't you? It still probably makes a bunch of sense to do that. They do it. They do it. No, try to draw. Yeah, excuse me. They don't try to draw or anything. Let's put a counter here. We can play 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're just gonna play the Tyrant. We're just gonna play the Tyrant, and they're just gonna block with Larb. So, is it worth a counter here? It is getting more damage in. Yeah, we can put a counter here, as weird as it looks. But it lets it attack. Yeah, that was more than worth it. Oh no, we don't have a desert. It's actually the first time this has happened. We'll see if it matters though. I found a desert. Player commander now, because it draws. And then play this. Get a that and that. Don't want that. I get to surveil again. Look at that. Cavernous Souls is not really doing much in this exact spot. We picked up a desert with that card. I've done that before. Alright, I just milled a ton of lands. Wow, really? Okay, so there must be a board wipe? Huh. Yeah, there must be a board wipe. We might actually get some value here off the commander. Commander's text box looking like it might matter. This has to be a board wipe, right? Why else would you do that? Sure. Does this exile them? Destroy all creatures. Okay. They exile my Vaultborn Tyrant, and we leave the commander in the graveyard. As it stands, this is a threat, but they know about it. So, not as threatening. Not as threatening. I think it's still worth it. I think it's still worth it. Because it literally puts lethal right into play, so I'm going to force out the solution to my lethal question. Sure. It could be a counterspell. Could have, like, sorcery speed cast this, but they didn't crack the clue token. Not a good sign. That is a clue token, right? Yep. So I have 10, 11 damage. Yep. Let's see if I can maybe find 12. Ghalta. Probably too late for Ghalta. I mean, it's not bad, but... Okay, that's not going to do it. Let's go here. Ooh, one more desert. Wait, I shuffled the same card on top. And that tracks. Let's play this card. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I could have just swung and made this lethal through a removal spell or a sweeper where I could reanimate. You can do this at instant speed. So, but they have to deal with it anyways, whether it's now or like it's going to happen again anyways. That is not the clue token. This doesn't seem like a spot where you can just do that. I guess they're just thinning for a... Yeah, they're just thinning their deck. I don't know what the extra mana involved... Like, if they didn't crack the lander token, to have one less good draw. I don't know what 8 mana card they could draw that, like, imagine they top decked an 8 mana answer. You're like, well, you feel bad, but there's probably none. It's like 6 mana is enough, so might as well do that. Alright, we beat a sweeper, a counterspell that drew cards, and... oh, they had a ramp spell. Yeah, this does actually ramp. And this got value too. It played at least one land off the top there. But yeah, in a matchup like this, where I can repeatedly reanimate it, it looks like a nightmare. It's going to keep swinging. You think Standard Brawl got sweatier? I don't know. I think the fundamental I've lost the game cards are the things that make you lose somewhat on the spot are at like an all-time low, I feel. It's because like a year ago it was your opponent had Phyrexian Arena, you lose. I like where it is now more than I did a year ago. I have seen an extremely wide range of strategies. In fact, I've seen so many that it puts like Historic Brawl to shame. In that format's 40 extra cards a deck. I mean, everything's sweaty, fundamentally. All formats will have, like, the win no matter what strategy. Like, even Pauper has that. Boop. Oh, I forgot to take out the bad cards. My bad. I'll do that next game. Yeah, you have to play the crazy stuff if you want to keep up. Like, if you're black, you just have to play Dark Ritual. And if you don't like those cards, then you're just SOL. What does this do? Stuff. Alright. I love how I can crew this immediately. Oh, that's a problem. I think I just lost. I can't kill that. I can't kill that, and that will beat mine, because it's one turn faster. There's no way to kill that, right? I can't... Yep, alright. Well, I mean, I won't lose this turn, but I will lose in 3 turns. I cannot kill this. And I can't outscale it. Well, that was fast. I just can't kill it. They can just... We can both stare at each other for 3 turns, and they don't have to play more cards, and I will lose to it. I can't do anything about it. Alright, let's take out... I don't really like Tyrant. I know that one game it drew cards. It wasn't necessary that it did that, but I guess it did. Summon Titan is consistently letting me down. I don't like how my 5-drop kind of commits Sudoku. I feel like that's maybe not... I just don't really like it. Summon Bahamut's weird. I need cheaper things to do. I need to be faster. Yeah, Season's not... They just gotta create Historic Brawl. Yeah, that's true. They do have to create Historic Brawl. I think it was good. I mean, I played it for longer than any other format I've played. On, like, for YouTube videos, at least. Like, if they bring the format back, it's great. They just, like, turned it into Timeless. I don't want to play Timeless. I didn't sign up for Timeless Brawl. It's like people are slowly gonna realize that they're not actually playing Historic Brawl anymore. And they have to realize that. I don't have a problem with the format, it's just not what I set out to play. I mean, I like Mana Drain and Oko and stuff and Timeless. But I don't want to play it all the time in my Singleton 100 card format. Where am I scrolling? Why am I mindlessly scrolling? I need more stuff. Wait, what do you do? No. Wait. No. It's only really good with Bristolville. I don't think I want Scavenging Ooze. It's not bad, though. Well, yes, it kind of is. I'm not really killing my opponent's stuff. What about Minidorks? Probably, if I'm going to play Minidorks, I should play Mana Rocks, so they can't get killed. Like, this one is nice. It's both a Mana Dork and a Mana Rock that creates other Mana Rocks. It's another 3-mana ramp spell. I kind of have that covered. It also doesn't find a land. Fierce Empath has been kind of lame too, actually. Yeah, especially having taken out the stuff I've taken out. Where'd you go? There you are. I'd rather play Mana Rocks instead of Mana Dorks, so they can't die. But there's not a lot of options. I wonder if Maze Mind's Home makes sense. Probably not. I don't think games have been about that thing. We have Buried Treasure and Iron Crag. Wait, it's the Iron Crag. Exile this artifact, shuffle your library. Oh, shuffle your graveyard in your library. Holy dyslexia. Why do I feel like Maze Mind Tome makes sense? Something's not wrong. Something's not right, I mean. Everything is wrong. So... What does Gene Pollinator do? Basically nothing. It's like, I mean, it's Spring Leaf Drum, right? So I don't have very good tools for Gene Pollinator. I think it's actually okay because the power level of Moltender is so high. It has to make sense to be able to exile at least one of your lands and not feel like you've destroyed everything. The upside of playing this is just so huge. Like getting rid of Terramorphic Expanse is like, that has to be fine. And when this works, it's just like, it's just another Land Orioles. Okay. What about this? I can plot it, play it, land, commander, draws a card, because it's power 4. It works. It's kind of like the World Wagon. Things that care about my commander's size actually might be really good. Beginning of combat, if you control another creature of power 4, put a counter on this. Okay, that is it's awfully slow. What about you? Enters, draw, but then it only happens once. What about you? A double fight. Poison Dart Frog? I mean, I like Poison Dart Frog, but again, it's a creature. So... 3/3 spam? Ooh, Tender can be a 2 or a 4. I don't know, I took out a fair chunk of the expensive giant things, so... You don't need many creatures for Critter Hoof. You really don't. Especially when your commander is like a 10/10. It actually gives trample, right, to everything? Yeah, it gives trample too, so... You don't need that many creatures. But mana dorks, obviously, they're fine. Still fine. The 5-minute station that kills creatures at the station 20. I'm going to take out the Gaia's Cradle. All it's been is a tap land. Doesn't really surprise me, though. I mean, we could try 1 mana dork. It's not like it's bad. I could probably take out... I don't want to take that one out, though. Okay, of all the giant stuff, if Ghalta is played on turn 5, is that even good? Is a turn 5 Ghalta good? Turn 5 being the realistic turn? Reduce it by 5? And then... Oh no, is it turn 6? So it goes to 7. I'd have to lower it by 2 more. Which would be like this thing. Or something. Okay, Ghalta's actually slower than I thought. Huh. Okay. Maybe not a Ghalta deck then. What do you do? Counter doubling? I don't want another 3, so they can come out. I don't have enough creatures for loot, and I took out a lot of them. But if I start adding more, I can put loot back in. What is Kana doing? Nothing. I swear, I try Summon Titan so many times, and it's just like the blooming tortoise, blossoming tortoise that just kills itself. So, I don't know why I'm so sold that this is doing what I want. How realistic is it to give Cactuar trample? Probably not very real. But with Crater Hoof, it's always lethal. Who doesn't like that? We have a lot of colorless lands. You can play Ultima. It's probably not great. Alright, whatever. Let's just send it. We've made potentially lateral changes. We'll see. Monstrous Emergence. Oh, well, we'll see. Can't tell you what that is. Not real. So, Ketchermos can exile my graveyard. This is a matchup I really don't want to bump into, I feel. It's pretty good at stopping my cards. Should probably hold the fetch land. So they can't, like... Well, there's not really much I can do. Yeah, maybe I should have played the fetch land turn one. I tried to protect my stuff. It's not going to matter, though. We can play Dart Frog for another meta color source next turn, and I highly doubt they're going to kill it, so... Okay. Looks like it didn't matter too much, maybe. Let's play Heat Harvest? Or Heat Harvest. Yeah, we'll play Heat Harvest. I mean, we're doing things, but the game hasn't really started yet. So... Okay, fortunately that doesn't matter. Surprised they even did that. I'm very surprised they did this. That actually seems very strange to me. Let's go here. 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 You. I can put a land in the graveyard. That's probably okay. I mean, there's cards that this deck has that make me not be able to do stuff. When this enters, exile a thing. Okay. Well, they're just sending removal on extremely irrelevant cards, which is strange. There's only one duress target. But I'm sure it's pretty easy to just do that consistently and not feel bad. Wait. You. Oh, shoot. Wait. I don't have enough green. Oh, no. Wait, yes I do. What am I talking about? Like that. This. That. Put a stop there. Okay, Archer's Charm better than a random card? Better? This is such... everything looks good, good right now, but I'm subject to immediate death through a lot of cards here, so... That is not one of them. They actually exile my commander. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take that one right back. So... here. Get rid of this thing. Oh, hair's pretty nice. Yeah, okay. Let's go to combat. Yep. And nothing I can do there, sure. Play this. And leave up Archdruid Spagoodle for... I have no idea. I will... Wait. Nope, it's not going to do anything. So... Yep. Can't stop that. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Summon Bahamut here wouldn't even do much, unfortunately. I guess I just take Lumra. Yep. Do I even have another... I do. Yep. Alright, random 14-14. I can't swing past Ketramel, so it's pretty easy to exile it too. Do I have more basic lands? I guess I do. There's like no way I win this game. Like I don't know how I'm supposed to do anything. I can't do anything at all. Well, that doesn't help. Yeah, what am I doing? I'm over this. The moment I saw it, I should have just accepted I'm wasting my time if I try to play against it. What am I trying to accomplish? They can endlessly answer everything I cast. There's nothing I can do. They can also exile my commander, so I can't even keep presenting that as a threat. Also, Ketramos has Menace, so it can swing past my giant one blocker I can repeatedly put into play anyways. Yeah, it's just like a... basically unwinnable. It might just be an unwinnable matchup completely. They could probably skip the first 2 turns. Let's skip their first 2 turns. Do I play Ice Till Explorer? Or do I play... I could play Omen Path. Pull some lands out of my deck. Ice Till blocks their commander, though. Okay, they just don't oh, they don't have another land. Okay. So, I think we just play Ice Till then. We have time to play it, so let's play you. Yep. And can leave the land in the graveyard. Could probably just play a fetch land here. Oh, I lost 2 really, really good cards. Oh, that's not great. That's the downside of Mill. Say that much. Yeah, Ketramos does have a lot of like pseudo auto wins. So if I play, how much mana am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I want to play you. And then, for the sake of as many lands as possible, I suppose, do that. Play it out of the graveyard there. I can also play this out of the graveyard. Well, yeah, let's just play a real land, I think. So they need some kind of evasion. And I also need the Ice Till Explorer to stop. I need it to calm down. Double strike, when it attacks, first combat, you get a second one. Alright. This was a good draw. I will say that. That was a good draw. Oh, I lost Lumra. Oof, that would have been a good draw. Alright, Mossborn Hydra is lethal. Oh, I lost the Aether Spark. Oh. Alright, I'm taking this out. I'm clearly not capable of emotionally handling what Ice Till Explorer is currently doing to me, so I should probably take it out. I'm not emotionally fit for this card. I just don't have access to these cards. I can play the whatever that 4-mana tree thing is. Oh no, you can't. That's not in what am I talking about? The card in question is not in standard. Alright, that is a ton of mana. Okay, yeah, but well, they did a very good job at doing the best thing. But they didn't have anything to back it up, and this is not the kind of deck that's going to start casting 8-drops and stuff, so all that mana doesn't look as useful as it otherwise would. Also, this is swinging for like 2,000 next turn or something. We also can just flash this in right now. I mean, that doesn't really matter. This is unblockable too, right? Yeah, nothing can block it. All they would need, though, is for 1 power here, and then this could just be blocked forever off their commander. Which, I guess that would be a favorable exchange for us, because then this isn't swinging. But, yeah, Hydra just shatters everything when left alone. I wasn't at an LGS playing a commander this past Saturday. Ooh. Woo. How do you even know what I look like? I haven't done a face reveal yet. I can't legally answer that question. Yeah, I'm taking an Ice Till. I'm not emotionally capable of playing it. Taking that out. So when we do the thing, having giant scary things to cast is good. Maybe we can try to put one in. I mean, honestly, even a card like Ujin is just okay in this deck. Like, full stop. Just casting Ujin is just okay. I really don't need it to trigger spam. It just, like, draws 2 cards a turn, gains life. What else does it do? I suppose it makes mana, but at that point, it doesn't matter. I don't know, 7 mana Vindicate. Some would argue it's better than Summon Bahamut just because it costs 2 less mana. Also harder to kill. Although I can get this with Nature's Rhythm, and I can get it with Archdruid's Charm. Are there any cards that let me play from the graveyard? There's Undergrowth Recon. Scavenging Ooze actually helps Ketramos, doesn't it? That's funny. Walk-in closet? Yeah, that would... I mean, okay, I guess. I think I'm more interested in having a giant payoff spell instead of, like, playing lands and stuff out of my graveyard. I'm gonna put Bahamut back in. What about you? Wait, what do you do? Draw a card for each counter. Maybe not the same as Walking Ballista, but... What's another really... Oh, there's also this thing. We have a lot of lands in this deck. I kind of forgot about this, even though I just played it. I'm gonna not play with Cash Grab. Okay, let's try that. Oh, wait. I forgot to look at that card. What? Yeah, it's kind of neat. I'll keep it in mind. I don't know right now, though. Maybe if I keep adding more, if I put back in more of the big stuff. Fight effects are fine. Actually, it's not even a fight effect. I can't... Bite effect, rather, I guess. Oh, it's the mirror. Oh, boy. It's a mirror, but my opponent's a brony, so... Yeah. I'm screwed! Oh, I'm on the play or draw too. Alright. Oh no. What have I done to deserve this? I really should just play with this avatar. It really gives you like a 10% advantage. This hand works, but... whatever. Let's just see. I really want to play with the Aether Spark at least once. Okay, they didn't have Llanowar Elves. We dodged that first thing. And then they played a thing with stuff on it. Sure. It's an interesting card. I have not seen that one before. They want to give Menace. Oh, that kind of makes it harder to block the commander. Ideals? Do you play your commander turn 3? Probably, right? Especially with this, yeah. This is cool. It's not quite the same as Bristly Bill, but I don't think it has to be. Let's play the mana card. that also might block. Well, I don't like this perfect curve scenario. They gave me a trade with their commander without another land that bins it. Kind of surprised, actually. I feel, is that just the most insane thing that could have happened, or are we just tripping? Okay, so we can play this. It's a 5/5. Let's just warp this. We take our medicine, and then we hope we don't get blasted the turn after. Alright. So this is where we try to really stabilize here. So play you. Yes. And then play you. And Aether Spark sets up. But we can also just play this, and it makes it incredibly difficult to interact. So I think this is probably a good idea. Good sign. Also, hello. It's like Tireless Tracker. Yeah. Ah, they found the winter rails. Haha! They can't swing. Alright, good. Let's play land. Actually, I think I'm always playing Aether Spark. Ugh, but I can't really swing, can I? No, not really. Let's play you. Land off the top? Huge. Well, I don't know if it's huge, but we can double it to 16, which isn't enough, so I should probably continuously play creatures and just present continuous issues. And we can swing. We can swing here. I think a double block is somewhat reasonable. Ooh, wow, really? What is this? What is this? Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute. Don't you double block anyways? Oh, I guess not. So, Aether Spark doesn't do anything. Do I have... No, I don't. Right? No. If I swing for 20, they just block it. So, we're going to play you. Why does this look weird? And we're going to play you. And we're going to play another land. And then we're going to plus on our commander. But we can't swing. We can do 24 damage unless they block with something. But then I'm basically dead on the attack back, so that's not realistic. I can try to find some kind of double attack that would win with the stuff I have here. Okay. Does that make me lose? Well, that's exceedingly annoying. Whatever. Yep. Can't beat the brony, I guess. Yeah, the combat trick that I've never seen in my life just soloed me. That 2-minute spell just completely and utterly soloed me. It just shattered everything in half. There was like one turn where I could have... No, that wouldn't have done it, though. Alright, yeah, well, swinging wasn't lethal anyways. It's not like I can activate the Aether Spark. Doesn't... I just can't activate it anyways. It doesn't matter if it has 20 counters on it. Doesn't matter. Do I mill with the Molt Tender? No, we'll leave the option open, I guess. Probably do. Yeah, one would argue. But I do. So... play... you? The weakest thing in my hand? Dang it. And I don't think I want to swing. Quick study. Huh. Ookie. That's interesting. That's not normally played in a blue-white deck. That is quite interesting. I don't necessarily have to mill again. I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna not mill. Well, there's not a ton of 2-minute counter spells in Standard, but there's enough to obviously play a blue-white control deck. White Auracite. Okay, that's a card. We have 1, 2, 3, so we can go Overlord, Archdruid's Charm. Disdainful Stroke, sure. We take that. Giant creature. Now we can just swing with the Molt Tender. You got an alcohol ad? Uh-oh. Well, you're gonna get ads based off your Twitch age. Probably. Not my content. Or maybe both, who knows? So, a board wipe is fine. That is not a board wipe. That is a really, really strange card. Let's swing. There is not really any reason to cast my instant speed spell right now, so... Draw a card. Is this really good, or am I... Is that just a good card? I wonder. I'm not convinced to cast the charm. I'm just not convinced. Make a move now? I really feel as though it's better in my hand. As long as my commander's chilling, it might not matter. So... yeah, we'll cast this. I don't care if you counter it, so that's just fine. Opponent doesn't counter it. Let's play... you... And then swing for you two. Final showdown. Okay, so green. Decline. Force the issue. Giant 10-10. So I didn't swing with both mana dorks. That is not a permanent solution, so decline. Oh yeah, better damage. Your microphone volume was off the charts too. Let's play... Well, I'm always doing this, so I'll do that before I think about anything. And then I have to do it at sorcery speed. Or I think it's a good idea to do it at sorcery speed. I can't leave up Archdruid's Charm if I play the Ironcrag. And I'm going to say the Ironcrag probably doesn't have to be in play for any real reason, so I just won't cast it. It's not like it's changing a single thing about this game. Okay, there's nothing I can do. I will yet again decline. Sure. I should probably kill the card draw engine at this point, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's probably a good idea. Oh, they just sent it. Okay. They just literally just sent that card. Alright, do you have some kind of counterspell? You don't. So summon Bahamut and just cast it. Unless it doesn't work. Let's see. I have no more basic lands. That is hilarious. So you... Oh, there's a counterspell. Come on! Or, ideally, the counterspell isn't anything that stops this. Come on! Come on! I can't get a break. You've got to be kidding me. What a clown world. Give me a break. Why are they wasting their time with this? Token is a copy of an artifact or enchantment. Oh, it can copy your thing. They can block with their commander, which is really the most devastating thing of all of this. If I could just not let that be a thing, we'd be better off. But I can't do anything about it, so... Exile all creatures. There is nothing I can do about that. Draw steaming garbage. I have not enough mana to cast it, and also reanimate my commander. So I don't think I can cast it. Oh, there's just seeing so many cards. Let's see, 4, and then I have not enough. Yep. Can I move this? There's no real reason. Yeah, okay. If I draw a desert next turn because I didn't play this, I'm going to be very upset. Yeah, Passage is in here. It's not like I've ever swung with my commander, but it's in here. Sure. Stifle isn't a real card. Alright, so... we can cast... Why am I so fixated on casting this? Let's just go to combat. And... swing? Yep, makes sense to me. Okay, I will now cast this thing. That's not going to do anything, so I can go away. Aether Spark only does something with my commander, and even then it's a bit slow. Like, really slow. It also demands that I swing with my commander. Which, there's no guarantee. This is another threat, and that's all it is another threat, like a giant token that can be answered. We have 8, 9... We have 8 mana, so we can just cast those. Well, they didn't cast their commander. Well, they didn't cast it yet. I draw hot, steaming garbage. They have to kill it, so I'll just force them to. You have to kill us. Command zone. I mean, it's uncounterable. Okay, well, that doesn't do anything. I can just recast it. So, Arcane Signet doesn't do anything. I can't do that this turn, so we can just play Arcane Signet. And we could deck out right here and now. They could probably draw enough cards. Yeah, the counterspell and summon Bahamut just wiped me out. Those have max speed. Alright, so they just have to draw 3. Oh wait, this is legendary? What? That draws 2. I mill 4. No, I mill 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. So I get milled out. Okay, you got it. Kind of a sad way to lose, but that does it. Well, that was one removal spell away from winning that game. But they saw over half their deck, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Why did it have 2 tokens? Oh, the second one comes from Elspeth. I was confused why there were 3 of them. Honestly, there was probably a way to win if I didn't cast the Summon Bahamut and I went for my commander again. There might have been a window there. But I just... Silly me trying to cast spells. That's my bad. I'll learn next time. Okay, well, I'm just gonna die to mono green. Nice red cards. That is too late. Yeah, nice red cards. Why do I... Wait a minute. For some reason, I just doesn't seem like Quintaria should still be in Standard. I don't know why this set, like, confuses me. There's been a lot of instances where if we had Craterhoof, it would have been lethal. Even with just our commander, it's like trample and... Ah, the second creature's alright. It was like 6/6, 7/7. Looks like Lightning Helix. Oh, maybe not. Okay, sure. No big deal. Fortunately, it didn't destroy anything important. I think we're just gonna warp the... kind of do the same thing my opponent just did. Actually, is that better than double ramp spell? 4... This enters tapped. Yeah, that's kind of lame. What if I... What if I cast it anyways? Yeah, what if I cast it anyways? It is still effectively a ramp spell. Okay, I can put the case just right into play. Let's just put the Hydra in play, because it might make them not be able to cast their commander. So that could matter. Like, it's just at its best immediately right now. If they go Commander Shock, then I guess the universe will just... We just weren't meant to win. Okay, that's not what happens. Should probably swing with the... No, okay. 2 damage doesn't matter, probably. So I can play this, and then what? I can play... No, that's not great. I really don't have a lot of options here. U7... Alright. 7-5. Do we swing first, or do we discover first? We swing. Opponent gets Arcane Signet and a Sweeper. Not the best board wipe, but it probably is going to be cast. We can put that into play. It just gives us... It just puts a 4-drop in play, right? It's ramped through skipping the casting cost. I'll take it. So, Commander, you, and I probably should play a fetch land. I could just maybe hide it next turn, but that doesn't really change my opponent's core plan. Like, they're going to do the same thing anyways. Alright, we've solved the case. We've been doing that quite often. Wait, I can shuffle that away. 5, 6, 7, 8. I cannot currently shuffle it. We'll see. We'll see. I have respect for absolutely nothing. They did exile it, but I mean, it costs 5 regardless, it doesn't matter. So am I getting rid of this land? I think I am. Excuse me. Oh. Wait, what? Why wouldn't you kill a mana dork? Well, that's just weird, but... I feel like I'm always killing a mana dork there. It's like kind of the same, but maybe not. Summon Spagoo, so I don't want to shuffle. Apparently there's a 1-mana card there. Oh, I can just draw it. I don't have to worry about shuffling. Well, I can't do both anyways. But... Okay. This is... I mean, they're gonna need to keep finding stuff. Exile top 3, play 1. What is the 6 here? Exile any number of target cards from your graveyard. Okay. Please get off the screen. So So they have a sweeper and then, like, I guess a Tali. How much mana is it? Okay, in this spot, I'm just gonna take it so they can't freely spam damage onto my commander like they just did last time. Not sure why they did that. Wasn't necessary. I feel like more mana is just better. Oh, alright. Never mind. I do not want to draw that. The Molt Tender value is real. Okay. Command Zone, decline. Do we pop the ultimate just for the sake of... Okay. I was going to say, there's an argument maybe not to do it. It's hard to... You get an Atali, but it's like a 50-50 exchange there. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably keep my commander. Which works out for us, obviously. Yep. Unless there's something like some kind of Lorne's Escape effect here. Which apparently is not. Alright, the spaghetti is in play. Does my opponent have the sauce? Desperation? Huge? Big? Kymil's interesting. It's slow and random, but it's cards. It doesn't help you immediately. Oh, it also gets blown up. Yeah, okay, maybe not the best idea. Okay, so there must be an answer to summon. Otherwise, this would just get blown up. It is the perfect mana. Excellent. Literal perfect mana. This can exile my thing here. I draw a card though, right? Okay. So be it. I think I leave up my commander and also leave up the Rattleworm. Playing Aether Spark doesn't really do anything, so... It's annoying that that makes 3/2s, because now they can block. That's, like, hilariously annoying. But we shall see. I should probably play this. Yeah, alright, so I... Actually, you know what? We can play this, because I can instantly exile it. So that's probably worth it. Oh, stop having spells, please. Give me, like, one thing. Goodness. It was a Lightning Helix. I think that was in their hand for 25 years. Winterwells is only good because of Craterhoof, and I'm not sure that's enough. Probably not. One would argue. I can just play the Aether Spark. It doesn't amount to anything, though. Alright, they get rid of their own arcane signet. A bit strange, I would say. Do I cash in my Craterhoof to kill their commander? I think I do, because it's a huge investment, and it's creating tokens that are stopping my commander anyways. And it sets up my Aether Spark. So I'm going to do that. The old 8-mana removal spell. Oh, they gave me... Wait, what? Okay, that was my Arcane Signet? Oh, from the Atali. Okay. I don't blame my opponent for forgetting about that. I forgot too. Doesn't really matter, though. I can't... I have all the mana I need anyways. Doesn't matter. What? Why didn't you kill the Aether Spark? Okay. They were scared of a 5/5. Interesting. Or 6/6, whatever it was. Oh, come on! Come on! Okay. This game's stupid. Ridiculous. And there's an exile, yep. Of course. Exile, exile. Well, I can still recast it. So it's not the end of the world. Do I have more basics? I don't even know. Let's find out. No, I don't. Okay. Should have counted them. I mean, I want as many lands in play as possible, so I should have just counted them. They did not just randomly Lightning Strike face. Sack this land, draw a card. That would be what I do want to do. Okay, I can do both. I don't know how many sweepers I'm supposed to play around, but a second threat is valuable, so I'm going to play it. I value it more than an instant speed iteration of my commander. There's no reason to crack the Fabled Passage ever, so I gotta remember that. I have two effective immortal threats, sort of, in some kind of way. Discover 5, they get their own arcane signet, sure. Yep, why not? Just name 2. Okay, that works all the same. I draw nothing. I mean, I can bury treasure immediately. Oh, no, I can't. It's 5. I can't. Okay. Alright. Attempt number 2 of having my double immortal situation. Alright, Kaimil is bound to do nothing one time. It's going to happen. I promise. Kind of a really, really weird time to do that, but that is what my opponent did. Oh, they wanted to... Okay, never mind, it makes sense again. So we let that happen. Ultima. That doesn't solve anything. They do cast it, though. Okay. So... let that happen. Blows up the Kaimil, a little bit insane. Why didn't it give me priority? Oh, because the end the turn. It has end the turn. Alright, I can't get mad. I can't get mad. Let's do that. I forgot it specifically said end the turn, so I can't get my commander in play. I was about to lose my mind. But... let's do this. Wait, well, there's no reason to do it now, right? There's no reason to do it now. Oh, what a slog. You despise Quintarius? I love Quintarius. What do you mean? This deck is great. I'm just... It's just my opponent's answers are lining up so incredibly well against an unkillable commander. Like their answers are lining up perfectly. Like the Kaimil just refused to whiff. I'm dead to the Discover now. This deals 3 to face. So I'm just dead now. Ridiculous. Yep. My opponent, I mean, they just high-rolled insanely well off the Kaimil. Every Kaimil trigger was 100% perfect, except maybe the Lightning Strike, but this did kill me, so that's actually not even... it's not even true. Yeah, this was obscene. It had the perfect answers show up at the perfect times. There was no, like, simple sweeper that let me reanimate on my end step. It just... all of them lined up perfectly, so... like, it is what it is, I guess. Ugh. Tragic. We needed... I don't even know what we needed, but it wasn't in the cards. Whatever we needed didn't exist. Something like Vivian would have helped tremendously that game. I don't know if Vivian in general is a good idea, but... like, even the Naturalize here, yeah, it all just lined up perfect. All of it lined up perfect for my opponent. They couldn't have asked for a better... like, you could make the argument they stacked their deck. It was just, you couldn't... really couldn't have a better lineup of outcomes the entire game. The fact that this was shut down the entire game is honestly obscene. Like, not a single turn I could do anything with infinite activations. Like, that's ridiculous. We've been running out of basics, but at that point it doesn't matter. I have enough mana to do everything, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, there's not much I can do. That's a game where, again, I suppose something like Ujin would be nice. The station would have been kind of, well, not really. Like, maybe this one would have been okay. But that's the thing. I never got to swing. It wouldn't have mattered. Like, I'm never... When I attack. Yeah, but I'm not able to attack. They just had me shut down the entire game perfectly. I don't know. The big one to me is Vivian would have done something. There's a few games where Vivian would have actually done something, so... I can beat 10 sweepers. I cannot beat 10 sweepers that exile right when they need to and end the turn on the spot so I can't reanimate. But I can beat 10 Day of Judgments. No, Loomer's fine. I mean, everything in this deck is fine. Like, these cards are fine. Okay, maybe the Tumblewag has been, like... I don't think Vivian solves anything. I don't know, that seemed like a perfectly winnable game. I just didn't win. This seems perfectly winnable, though. Yeah, the X-Spell Haste Hydra would have been effectively another iteration of, like, Craterhoof attacking their commander. But, I mean, it would have gotten exiled. I don't know what the treasures would have done. One haste attack of 25 is not enough to kill them at 37. It wouldn't have done anything. I wouldn't have been able to use 10 treasure tokens for anything. Ooh, this hand is really not quite there, is it? Oh, oh my god, no. Did we just concede? Oh man. Okay. What's their 2-drop? Wait. Combat damage to a player, you've committed a crime. Okay. Let's make crime harder? By not playing Dark Frog? So ideally, I find a land here. I did not. Not ideal. Let's see though. Oh, come on. So I can go there. No, that's not going to do anything. That's not going to do anything. So... Ugh. I think I'm suffering. Okay, well, I'm not going to not do anything, so... I think we're just suffering here. This is what suffering looks like. Let's find... Arid Archway, and then play the Poison Dart Frog. Actually, we could play Mossborn Hydra. It's just another thing my opponent has to kill, right? Yeah, might as well just start playing threats. It doesn't matter what the threats are. They have to counter and kill them over and over. Like, they'll kill all the ones I play. I don't think the order matters. I already have a fetch land in the graveyard, so... Yeah, Garruk's Uprising could also work. It would, like... It lets you draw on enter, or is it on your upkeep? That one could work. Though, the upkeep is the other one. The upkeep's the old one, so it's on enter. They didn't end-step kill anything, which is odd. It's very strange. I also didn't expect that to just run into that. It's very strange as well. They had a literal answer to make that not a reality. I don't understand. But who needs to understand things? Enter mill 2. Okay. So, commander... Step that here. You. And then do you again. Another death touch creature. That's interesting. I can spam reanimate, and they can't really do anything about it. I'll just take 2. There's no lol I win card. Okay, well now they mill everything. So they can find whatever they're looking for. Let's see, what did they hit? They hit Mjolnir. They hit that as well. So there's 2 serious threats. I can play this. It probably doesn't hurt, and it probably doesn't help, but I will do it. Oh, I can't! I can't play it. I thought I could. Oh. I thought... Why couldn't I play it? Wait a minute. What happened? 1, 2... What happened that made me... Oh, yeah, no, okay. I see where I went wrong. I'm gonna be real, it probably doesn't matter, but that was a mistake. Alright, they found cards, but they haven't quite gone for their commander yet. I find this, which can be a 3-mana ramp spell, and I can't make the token. So, Surveil 1, doesn't really matter. Iron Crag, oh, that's a big no. Can we swing? We can. Alright, send it in. I refuse to let them get... They're not leaving this game at 25 life. I refuse. I refuse. This is the slowest I've seen this commander, but I guess it doesn't really matter. You can take your sweet time with it. I mean, any giant threat's gonna... Ow. Any giant threat's gonna do here. I'm not even gonna sift through the graveyard, just let them figure it out. Looks like there's probably one in hand. Can they... Does this target? No. It doesn't. Am I... What is happening? Why is my opponent not doing the thing? What is... Why is... What's happening? Well... Alright, so do I swing at Jace? I guess? I don't even know if Jace matters. It looks like they don't even care about it. Well, if they do, they didn't do anything about it. I can cast Lumra, but... I can cast Lumra. Yep, that's it. Sure. They can reanimate Lumra, which is really funny. It'll give them a lot of mana. I don't know if it matters, but well, maybe it does. It's kind of weird to exile Lumra when your entire deck is already in the graveyard. Like, you have 10 cards, and mine apparently is still better than all of your options. It's very strange. But they have all the mana now. It doesn't change what they could cast anyways. I'm sure their like whole deck was already castable. We're still able to also attack them. Doomsday? Huh. Well, I haven't seen it yet. This is... If it's part of the Doomsday combo, it is now stuck as a 4/4. Okay, they got the giant 12/12 and draw card, discard, copy of this, value X. Alright, was that a good draw? I don't know. I don't know. Do I care about this thing? Cruel Sandophage equal. Probably a good idea to kill this looter. The stat stick is not as concerning to me as the ability of the looter, so I'm gonna kill that. And I don't want to kill their commit. Wait, do I kill those? No. Alright, yeah, we kill those. And there's no attack. I do have Haha Death Touch, because I can tap and activate. So we have that. What is it? Wait, what is this? Mill 2. Return another perm. Okay, sure. Well, that was a really good card here, I think. That was probably one of the best cards they could have had. And it wasn't in their graveyard for Lumra. I mean, if they go for Valgavoth, I'm not concerned about it. So, maybe a good sign. There's Bringer. I mean, they could just cast Bringer, actually. Yeah, I was about to say, you could just cast this card. There is nothing I can do. So I think I now lose. I don't believe... decline? Oh, I can't decline. I don't think I can get out of this here. Oh, they have no cards. We get to see the whole deck list, too. Alright, not anything at all like the one I was playing the other day. It also didn't have any kind of Doomsday thing going on. Well, I don't even know what that would do. What does the Doomsday combo do anyways? Like, what's the combo? There's no Thassa's Oracle, is there? There's no Laboratory Maniac. Target opponent loses life equal to other creatures they control. Then destroy all creatures. Sweeper, 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 sweeper. Each player mills. They also, well, I mean, they didn't have they don't need a critical mass of threats, but how many were they running? This is a really weird list. Mill combo with Monument? Oh. A net decker? This doesn't look like a list I've ever seen. I mean, it's running Valgavoth. If they're playing a net deck, I don't know if any, like this card doesn't, it's just not a good card. Like, I wouldn't play this. I don't know if it... Is it in my list? It might be in my list. I don't know. It is a 9/9. Maybe it doesn't matter, but I... Like, what is this doing? There's no way... No, this isn't a net deck. No, I don't buy that. Alright. Well, that was weird. We take those. Oh, man, I've already been... How long did the deck... How long did this take to make? I think I did it in like 20 minutes, so I've been playing this for like over 2 hours. I have enough content, even though all of it's losing. Oh boy. I think I got the understanding of what this does anyways. I don't know what else I could really... Felden's Cane? I don't even know what that is. You're making cards up. Oh yeah, we were looking at that a second ago. This is the card I was dyslexically misreading. Okay, I've had my fill of this. Alright, so this commander, if you're going to compare it to other, like, mono green things, is really just not good. Um, it is kind of immortal, but the problem with its immortality is it unfortunately is not quite fast enough to be the only thing you're doing to threaten your opponent and win with it, right? Where you kind of, it just needs help. It can't effectively solo anybody. I was like against blue white control, or really, or I guess even whatever Quintarius was up to, like really slow removal spammy decks and stuff can sort of take care of this. And I actually saw what I would argue is a very below average amount of Frogifies and Pacify style effects. I saw a ton of Exile, which is a nightmare. Exile alone probably makes this unplayable functionally, if you care about its text box. But there's worse things too. Catrimos is an auto loss. I know I've been saying that a lot and have been kind of wrong a fair amount of the times I've said that, but this is not the case. This time I'm right. Catrimos is an auto loss. Ujin is probably also an auto loss. I didn't see one, but I'll say this deck as it was made wasn't necessarily fast enough to like beat that. Summon Bahamut does a pretty decent job at giving you a way to win, though, I will admit. But yeah, Catrimos doesn't care about this ever. It doesn't have trample, and once Catrimos can actually block, it then truly doesn't care about this, because Catrimos is indestructible and can just block this forever. They'll find a different way to win. They don't have to swing at you for 4. So Catrimos is an auto loss, just full stop. They could probably skip 2 turns, or you could start with 2 lands in play, and you'd probably just still lose every game. So it's just really bad. It's like a 90-10 matchup, or 10-90, whatever the bad one is. The ramp spells are fine. I mean, it's just green. The giant stuff came out for a bit, then came back in, then it was like, came out again, and came back in. It's just weird, like, what I'm want to play alongside of this, because this is like your mid-range threat, and it can continuously be your mid-range threat, right? You just have this 5-mana giant threat that you have access to all the time, and it doesn't... Like, if I was playing... Well, I don't know if it's legal, actually. Whatever that 5-drop is... Just looking at big, scary 5-mana... Oh, there's actually not a lot of them, huh? Let's take that out. Okay, there's not actually a lot, to be fair. Like Gigantosaurus, I wouldn't really consider. We had too many colorless cards. I actually started the list with this in it, but I realized there was too many colorless cards by the time I got to it, so... Yeah, so your mid-range threats... There's just not a lot of options anyways, and this guarantees you always have one. Now, if it's alive and your opponent isn't killing it, then yeah, you can continuously cast more and more behind it. Ideally not against a deck that spams board wipes, but this is very good against board wipe decks, even though I had actually seen... we bumped into like 3, I don't know how many in a row or whatever. We got decimated by sweepers over and over, and ordinarily I'd say that's fine, but the problem is, again, this doesn't just come back and then immediately threaten things. Where you think it would. You play it, you swing, they cast a board wipe, and then on their end step you reanimate it. But every time that scenario happened, there was some other, like, perfect answer for this. So it could never actually attack. There was a game, I think there was 2 or 3 games, where I reanimated it, like, 6 or 7 times in a row, and it never attacked. I reanimated it 6 or 7 times in a row, never attacked. They just kept killing it. So while it's immortal, it's just not doing it on its own. There's always these other angles that are sort of stopping it. If any, in any of those scenarios, if they did have some kind of Frogify, it would have been lights out even sooner. But to be fair, I probably could have maybe, just conceded at that point anyways, as my opponent's like playing a land, killing it, playing a land, killing it, and I'm just not keeping up with whatever's going on there. So it kind of needs help in that regard, which makes it just a harder deck to win with and build and stuff, because it can't really take care of your opponent alone. There are some scenarios where it does, though, I will say, but it having trample or not doesn't matter too much. I think there was a few games where they had, like, spamming 3 power blockers, and it just feels awful because they can block this, and you're like, well, there goes half my game plan. They just have infinite 3 power creatures. I can't do anything. So if that ever happens, it's going to feel really, really bad. But you're not going to spend a bunch of time to give this trample that doesn't really help you, especially if the trample is some kind of aura, because it only has trample that one time, and if it dies, it's going to lose it, so you better have pushed some serious damage that one time or whatever. Craterhoof, there's a few times where this would have been seriously threatening, even with just a few creatures, but it just never came up in an ideal spot. The times where I could have maybe found it with Archewitch Charm, this card wound up having to do something else for me to continue playing, and not just lose outright, so it was just hard to find Craterhoof windows, and we're teetering on the edge of how many creatures are needed to make it super scary, but it's still just a really good card. There's a lot of times this needs a lot less than people probably think to kill your opponent from 25, especially an infinitely scaling commander. It doesn't really take that long. But it never really worked out. There's the Garruk card that probably would have helped. Oh, it's gone. Doesn't exist. Well, it's not a creature and it doesn't cost 5. This thing, because with this in play, you can just repeatedly draw. This is kind of like the Up the Beanstalk, right? Yeah, it's like Up the Beanstalk for your commander, right? It's funny, the actual activation cost is 5, which is right where Beanstalk starts doing its thing. But yeah, Garruk's Uprising probably would have been a good idea earlier. I looked at it and like, and now I'm realizing it probably would have worked out. But yeah, Craterhoof just didn't really pan out too well, and that's probably my fault. If Craterhoof doesn't work out in a mono green deck like this, then there's probably just a fundamental issue with the deck itself, because I think Craterhoof belongs in a deck like this. It belongs in most decks that can run it. Most green decks in Standard, in my opinion, and this one is no exception to that. So, yeah, there's probably something in here that could be worked around and changed so that it is easier to have Craterhoof lethals, but, I mean, I don't know. I just really tried to make this work as a giant, infinite, immortal threat, and it never really quite got there. I mean, it won some games, but no, it's... of all the other commanders I played in Standard so far, this one is not doing so well. So far, this probably just be the weakest commander I've played out of the Spider-Man set. Yeah, or whatever Omen Path set is called. But yeah, can't say this was one of the better ones. But now we know. Got to play it. It's probably not any better in Historic, by the way. I mean, oh, that's another thing. You have like Tifa and Bursley Bill exist in Standard, and they're both legendaries, and they can go right here, and those are really good cards, so you probably should just play those if you want to go down that route, and you probably just have a better time. It also is a mana cheaper, so it's slightly less awkward, although playing this on turn 3 wasn't something I was ever really interested in doing, and that's okay. You know, you don't have to do that. If ever I could play a ramp spell instead, I felt like that was probably just a better use of my 3 mana play, my first 3 mana play. But yep, that's it. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.